We're live.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to our page.
Okay.
Welcome everybody. We're gonna get started here in just a second. Perfect.
Okay. I shared it.
Oh, you did good.
Mm-hmm.
So I am trying to share it. Oh, I see. Perfect. Okay, so I got it shared as well. Okay, so I got things down. So are you ready, JaLyn?
Yes.
Awesome. So I want to make sure we respect everybody's time. So I see people are joining in. So that's awesome. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get started. So hello, everybody. My name is Meagan Pinkney, and I am founder and CEO of Joseph's Ministry, LLC. And I have the honor and the privilege to interview our newest author, JaLyn. Welcome, JaLyn.
Hi.
Yes, yes. So, JaLyn, before we get started with actually talking about your new book, Mixed Feelings, please introduce yourself to the people that are watching and those who are watching on the replay. Introduce yourself and tell the people some of the amazing things that you have going on currently.
Okay. Well, hello. My name is JaLyn Halpine. Right now, I'm a senior at Booker T. Washington. I also attend Tulsa Tech for sports med and therapy professions, and I'm also a part of the orchestra for Sistema Tulsa.
Awesome. That is so cool that you have all those amazing extracurricular activities and still had time to write a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get started with the actual interview. So the title of your book is Mixed Feelings.
Yes.
Yay, awesome. It's so cute. I love that cover. So tell the people, how long did it take you to actually write this story, this book?
Um, to actually write the book, it didn't take long. I would say like a month or two. It didn't take too long because I sit down. Once I sit down and write, I can write for a long time.
That's awesome. So what actually motivated you to write this particular book? And that's a two-part question because I want to ask too, what's the book about for the people who have already pre-ordered your book and they love you and they want to support you? But tell the audience, one, what is the book about and what really motivated you to write this particular book?
Okay, so the book is about a young African American girl that goes to a predominantly white school, and she doesn't really have anyone that, looks like her or she can relate to. So it causes her to have these self-image issues, and she's just struggling to love herself. And the main reason I wrote the book, because it's kind of based off me of personal things that I've went through. So I wanted to make a book about it and just motivate and encourage people.
Gotcha. So you actually had to face um, getting over identity and self-esteem issues as well.
Yes.
How did you know, especially at this young age? So what age range is for this book? Who's the age range? What's the approach?
Children from elementary school to middle school.
Okay, so you said that you wrote it from your experience. So that's a very young age. So when did you notice or identify, like, man, I there's something wrong. Like I feel a little different. I feel isolated, or is that normal? Or how did you identify and communicate those feelings that you were having?
I think once I got to about like third or fourth grade, I started noticing like I wasn't like the kids that I went to school with, and I used to always get picked on, and just hurt my self-esteem a lot. So
Yeah, that happens, and our words, especially as little kids, they can really sting. You
yeah.
never know. So if you had your own book, this mixed feelings book, at that tender age, that young age, do you feel that your journey during that time would have been different?
I think it would have been different because if I had like something to read or just something that I felt like I could relate to and like, hey, they're going through the same thing I'm going through. I feel like it would have helped me more through it. And yeah, I feel like my experience would have definitely been different.
Wow. And now, with you going through these situations, how did that work with, did you have any friends at your school? Did you tell your parents? Things like that. So how did you even get through it? Did you just keep your head down and just one day at a time?
Well, I did have friends, they would be there for me, make me forget about, the certain things I was going through. But still, when I would come home at the end of the day, I would be sad and, feeling super insecure about myself. And yeah, I would like want to tell my mom, but I just was like, I don't know, I feel so embarrassed. Like, I don't know what she's gonna say. Like, so I did have like people I could go to talk to, but I rather just had kept it to myself because I don't know, I was just scared to just talk to someone about it because I didn't know what their reaction or what they were going to say. So,
No, that's such a good point. So in this story, this was an African American girl at a predominantly white school. So do you think that your story in this book would fit in at a regular mixed school as well, where it's more predominantly African American children? Or is it like so extreme where like it's just one African American student amongst everybody that looks different? So does that make sense?
mhm. Yeah, I feel like it could be both, like with mixed or because I feel like the book is like not just only about her going to a predominantly white school, it's also about her having self identity issues within herself and she's struggling to find herself. So I feel like that's, does happen when, you're surrounded by people that's not really like you and stuff like that, but it also can, you know, help someone if they're going through the same thing. So it's not just it could be both.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm hearing is it's a bigger picture. It's a bigger message.
Yeah,
You just want people to feel comfortable with who they are and let them know that they are enough regardless.
yes, yes.
And I think that's such a beautiful thing because I mean, at your age, I don't even think I had the inspiration nor the know-how to even want to write a book, especially about something that I had been through, when I was younger. So I commend you. And that's something that I told you even before we started the publishing process is like, hey, I am so proud of you for even wanting to give back, even wanting to look back and share your story with younger children, because we know this is happening. This is happening not only to younger children, but also younger children that turn into adults. They still have those
Hmm.
identity and, needing affirmation more so and all that stuff like that. So having this type of book, especially at that young age, and to see a little Black girl on the front cover, you know what I mean? All that matters,
Hmm.
So if you can share your book again, um, and it's just so cute to me. And when other children see just the cover and the bright colors and just say, oh wait, she looks like me, or what I mean?
Hmm.
That could be me, and that will give them such an inspiration, motivation to pick it up, read it, and really take what you have written to heart. So I thank you again for that, because it's really important. And I never
Yeah.
want you or anybody else to think their words don't matter or what they've been through doesn't matter, because it can always help somebody. Always, you know.
Yeah.
No, so I commend you for that. So when the children read your book, what do you want? And I know you've kind of already answered it, but what do you want them to truly get out of reading this book? No, it's not just a book and another book they can put on their bookshelf, but it's like, hey, what do you want to leave them with from your experience?
I think the only thing that I would want to leave them with is to love yourself. Love the skin you're in. Love yourself no matter what.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. So has you stepping out to write and publish this book encourage and motivate your friend groups and your peers to be able to do something they've been having in their heart? Did it give them the courage to do something greater?
Yeah, I feel like me publishing a book at my young age kind of like motivates the people around me to, hey, I can do this. I'm passionate in this. I can do this. And I feel like even if at first you're not successful, you keep trying, you keep trying, you keep trying. So I feel like it has motivated the people around me to do what they love.
Yeah, because I mean, there's no age limit for publishing. It doesn't say, hey, you're too young because you got to be,
Yeah.
or you too old because you got to be. No, there's no limit to publishing and telling your story and wanting to leave a positive impact on the world. So I love that you are just being that staple and being that example, even to your peers, to say, hey, you can do this. If I did it, you can do it too.
Yes.
So I absolutely love that. So an, another additional question is, since you've written Mixed Feelings and we're ending the pre-sale campaign, and we're going to talk about that in a second, but are there any other children's books that you're planning to write, or was this it?
Well, I don't want to make any spoilers, but I am coming out with a series of children's books. So it'll be like a series of books. So, I'll talk to you guys about that soon.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first, guys. Expect more amazing children's books from JaLyn. So, JaLyn, I just want to thank you so much for your time. Is there any last minute words of encouragement that you want to leave the people on tonight?
Words of encouragement. Be yourself without caring about what anybody thinks about you or say. Just be yourself.
Wow, that's so awesome. So where can people follow you or actually purchase your book?
You can follow me on my Facebook page at JaLyn Halpine, and there's the link to my online store is in my bio, so you can just press that. It'll take you to my online store, and it's also on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, so it'll be on those platforms too.
Awesome. Well, I'm so proud of you. And
Thank
guys, if
you.
you're out there watching and you have been inspired by JaLyn's story and her drive and her push, and you yourself want to publish a book, please contact us as Joseph's Ministry. We would love to work with you to be able to get your story out. So you can contact us at www.josephsministryllc.com. Schedule a consultation call, same things that JaLyn had to do, and we'll talk about it and we'll get the ball rolling. But again, JaLyn, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your heart. To give back, especially for the children. I know many doors are going to open up for you to connect with other different nonprofits and readings at schools, and whatever your heart's desire is regarding this book and all of the other books to come. So it was such a pleasure working with you, and hopefully I look forward to working with you in the near future. So thank you again, JaLyn, and thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be on here for another author interview really soon. Thank you.
Thank you.